Stop everything! What just happened in the world of celebrity drama will leave you speechless. Michael, one of Nadia Nakai's closest allies, erupted in public outrage after shocking news surfaced. Rada allegedly ended Nadia Nakai's pregnancy. Yes, the whispers are true, and the reaction has been explosive. Fans are in disbelief, insiders are buzzing, and Michael's anger? Absolutely unfiltered. He didn't hold back, calling Rada's actions beyond the limit and saying she went too far. And honestly, can you blame him? This is not just another celebrity clash, this is personal, messy, and heartbreakingly dramatic. The industry hasn't seen a shockwave like this in years. But here's the twist, everyone is talking, yet no one knows the full truth. Was Rada deliberately crossing the line, or is there a deeper story that nobody is revealing yet? Nadia is reportedly devastated, heartbroken, and completely blindsided. Social media has erupted into chaos, and the world is waiting for answers. In this video, we'll dive deep into the scandal, reveal Michael's furious reaction, explore Rada's shocking motives, and uncover Nadia's emotional turmoil. Brace yourself, this story is raw, intense, and absolutely impossible to look away from. The chaos started when reports first surfaced that Rada had allegedly taken the shocking step of ending Nadia Nakai's pregnancy. As soon as the news hit social media, Michael's reaction was instantaneous and explosive. Sources close to the situation claimed that he couldn't believe what he was reading. He went public almost immediately, expressing outrage, disbelief, and a sense of betrayal that left fans and industry insiders speechless. Tweets, stories, and posts began flooding in, each one trying to capture the emotional gravity of the situation. Michael's words were sharp and pointed, calling Rada's actions beyond the limit and stating clearly that she had gone too far. But what made his reaction even more intense was the personal connection he had with Nadia. This wasn't just another scandal, it was personal, deeply emotional, and raw in a way that shook everyone following the story. Meanwhile, Rada's side of the story remained mysterious. She was noticeably absent from public statements, leaving the gossip mills spinning faster than ever. Fans began speculating endlessly. Did she act out of malice, or was there a motive no one yet understood? The lack of clarity fueled a storm of comments, debates, and theories online. Every post, every rumor, every snippet of information seemed to add another layer of tension to an already explosive scenario. The online world was divided, with some supporting Michael's rage, others wondering if Rada's actions were being misunderstood, and a few questioning the veracity of the initial reports altogether. This uncertainty created a perfect storm of gossip, suspense, and emotional intensity that kept everyone on edge. Adding to the drama, Nadia herself was reportedly struggling with the news. Insiders describe her as heartbroken, devastated, and completely blindsided. Friends close to her say she felt betrayed in ways she never anticipated, unsure who to trust, and completely overwhelmed by the emotional fallout. This isn't just about celebrity rumors anymore, it's about a human story, pain, shock, betrayal, and confusion all intertwined. The emotional weight of Nadia's experience added a deep, relatable dimension to the scandal. Fans empathized instantly, sharing messages of support, speculation, and concern, turning the story into a highly personal and emotionally charged event. The industry buzzed non-stop. From private chats among insiders to public social media threads, everyone seemed to be talking about the drama. Past tensions between Nadia and Rada were suddenly revisited, with old comments, posts, and subtle shots being dissected as potential foreshadowing. Every small incident from their past interactions was now analyzed under a microscope, building suspense and fueling speculation about whether this was a long-planned betrayal or a sudden, shocking act. Michael's public anger only intensified this attention. His fiery statements, shared across multiple platforms, gave fans the emotional intensity they craved while making the scandal impossible to ignore. Every new reaction or post from him was dissected, reshared, and commented on, keeping the story alive and escalating the tension further. What made this even more dramatic was the ambiguity surrounding the motives. Rada's silence, coupled with Michael's visible anger and Nadia's emotional vulnerability, created a tangled web of perspectives. Some insiders hinted at personal disagreements, past grudges, or misunderstandings that might have led to the shocking event. Others speculated about outside influences or hidden pressures, making the story even murkier and more suspenseful. Every rumor, leak, and comment seemed to shift the narrative, keeping fans guessing and emotionally invested. The lack of clear answers turned this from a simple scandal into a full-blown saga, where everyone's assumptions were challenged and every new detail felt like it could change the course of the story entirely. As days passed, social media didn't slow down, it escalated. Hashtags, discussions, and viral posts began dominating feeds, making the scandal inescapable. People were drawn not just to the shocking event itself but to the emotional intensity surrounding it. Michael's rage, Nadia's heartbreak, and Rada's silence combined to create a narrative that was simultaneously shocking, suspenseful, and deeply human. It wasn't just gossip anymore. It was a story of betrayal, raw emotion, and intrigue that kept viewers glued to every update. Fans debated endlessly. Was justice on Nadia's side? Was Michael overreacting? Or was there a hidden truth that only time would reveal? The uncertainty and tension created the perfect storm for engagement, discussion, and speculation. Everything a dramatic celebrity scandal needs to stay alive in the public eye. Even as journalists, insiders, and social media personalities weighed in, the drama only intensified. The emotional layers were raw, the suspense palpable, and the shock value at its peak. Every new post, every leaked detail, and every reaction added fuel to the fire. People couldn't stop talking, analyzing, and theorizing. With Michael's anger dominating the conversation and Nadia's emotional vulnerability front and center, the story became impossible to ignore. Meanwhile, Rada's absence from the conversation added an element of suspense that kept fans on edge, constantly wondering what her next move would be and how the truth would finally come out. By the end of the first few days, it was clear. This wasn't just a scandal, it was a dramatic saga with real emotional stakes, intense suspense, and shocking revelations that left the industry and fans alike captivated. The story had only just begun, and everyone was holding their breath, waiting for the next explosive development. The tension only escalated as the story unfolded further. Michael's anger continued to dominate social media, each post more intense than the last. Fans noticed that his words weren't just expressions of frustration, they were personal, filled with raw emotion that revealed the depth of his connection to Nadia. He didn't hold back, repeatedly calling out Rada and questioning her motives in public statements. Every time he posted, shares and comments multiplied, creating a ripple effect that drew in fans from across the industry. People couldn't stop analyzing every word, every tone, trying to figure out the full story behind his outrage. His fury, combined with Nadia's evident heartbreak, made the scandal feel larger than life, almost cinematic in its intensity. Meanwhile, Rada remained silent. Her absence only fueled speculation. Some fans began to suggest that her silence was deliberate, a calculated move to let rumors swirl while she planned her next statement. Others believed she might have been overwhelmed, caught in a situation that spiraled out of control, unsure how to respond. The ambiguity surrounding her motives became a major talking point. Every rumor, every leak, and every cryptic post from her accounts added a new layer of mystery. People started dissecting her past interactions with Nadia, looking for hints, subtle messages, or signs that might explain why this had happened. The tension between what was being said publicly and what was happening behind the scenes kept viewers on edge, eager for any clue that could reveal the truth. Adding to the drama, insiders revealed emotional details about Nadia's state. She was reportedly struggling to process the betrayal, feeling a mix of sadness, confusion, and anger. Friends close to her shared that she had moments of complete despair, questioning how someone she trusted could cross such a line. Social media users empathized instantly, flooding her posts with messages of support and concern. This emotional vulnerability made the story even more compelling, showing the human side behind the scandal. It wasn't just a celebrity feud anymore, it was about real emotions, real pain, and the impact of decisions that had far-reaching consequences. Industry insiders began connecting dots that made the situation even more explosive. They revisited past clashes, old tweets, and subtle public interactions between Rada and Nadia, suggesting that this shocking moment might not have been entirely unexpected. Every detail seemed to take on new significance. A comment here, a post there, a vague story shared months ago, all interpreted as signs leading up to the dramatic event. Meanwhile, Michael's visibility and vocal outrage ensured that the scandal stayed in the headlines. His influence, combined with his emotional involvement, amplified every rumor and leak, making the story impossible to ignore. Fans began debating endlessly, creating factions that either supported Michael, sympathized with Nadia, or speculated about hidden motives behind Rada's actions. The suspense increased further when leaked messages began circulating online, allegedly showing fragments of conversations between Rada and close associates. These snippets suggested that there might have been underlying tensions, hidden pressures, or personal grievances that contributed to the shocking event. However, the authenticity of these leaks was unclear, adding another layer of uncertainty and keeping fans guessing. Some argued that the leaks painted Rada as cold and calculating, while others insisted they were misleading, perhaps manipulated by those who wanted to stoke drama. The conflicting narratives made the situation murky, forcing the audience to question what was real and what was speculation. Every new leak or rumor triggered waves of reactions, comments, and debates across social media platforms, ensuring that the story remained a dominant topic of discussion. As the days went on, the emotional stakes grew higher. Michael's public expressions of rage intensified, while Nadia's emotional state became a focal point for fans and media alike. The contrast between Michael's fiery outrage and Nadia's vulnerable heartbreak created a dynamic tension that fueled speculation and gossip. Meanwhile, Rada's continued silence left a gap that people were desperate to fill. The unknown always draws attention, and in this case, it kept viewers glued to updates, watching for any sign that Rada might finally speak out. The combination of outrage, vulnerability, and secrecy made the scandal feel endless, with each passing day offering new angles, theories, and revelations. By the end of this stage in the story, it was clear that this was far from a simple incident. It had become a multi-layered saga of emotion, betrayal, and suspense. Michael's anger, Nadia's heartbreak, and Rada's mysterious silence intertwined to create a scandal that felt unpredictable and intense. Fans were emotionally invested, constantly seeking updates, forming opinions, and debating the motives of everyone involved. Every post, comment, or rumor added fuel to the fire, making it impossible to turn away. The story had entered a phase where the suspense was almost unbearable, leaving viewers desperate for the next shocking development. As the scandal continued to unfold, the intensity reached new heights. Every social media platform seemed consumed with the drama, fans dissecting every word, every reaction, and every post. Michael's outrage continued to dominate the conversation, but what made the story truly gripping was the combination of public fury, private emotion, and sheer unpredictability. His anger was raw, almost palpable, as if the betrayal cut deeper than anyone could imagine. Insiders described him as relentless in his pursuit of answers, determined to expose Rada's motives and ensure that the truth, whatever that truth might be, came to light. Every post he shared seemed to ignite a firestorm, drawing more eyes and more reactions to a scandal that had already taken on a life of its own. Meanwhile, Rada's silence was deafening. Fans speculated endlessly. Was she planning a calculated comeback, or was she hiding behind uncertainty and fear? Her absence from public statements fueled countless theories, from strategic PR moves to emotional overwhelm. Every cryptic post or private leak was analyzed for hidden meaning, as viewers tried to piece together a puzzle that seemed designed to keep them guessing. Some claimed she had personal reasons that no one could understand, while others suggested outside influence might have pushed her into this shocking situation. The ambiguity kept the audience on edge, and every passing hour without a statement made the suspense even more unbearable. Adding another layer of intensity, more insiders began leaking details about the emotional fallout. Nadia was reportedly struggling with feelings of confusion, betrayal, and profound sadness. She had trusted Rada, and the alleged act had blindsided her completely. Close friends described scenes of quiet despair, moments where Nadia questioned everyone around her, unsure who to confide in. Her vulnerability became a central focus for fans and media alike, adding a deeply human element to the scandal. This was no longer just celebrity gossip. It was a story about real emotions, raw pain, and the human consequences of betrayal. The narrative took another twist when leaked screenshots of conversations started circulating online. Allegedly, these messages showed hints of tension between Rada and Nadia that no one had noticed before. Some suggested that Rada's actions were the result of long-standing disputes, while others insisted the leaks were manipulated, part of a larger plan to inflame public opinion. Fans debated endlessly over their authenticity, with some taking them as proof of Rada's cold intentions and others dismissing them as baseless rumors. This ambiguity only intensified the drama, creating a scenario where truth, perception, and speculation blended into a storm of suspense. Michael's reaction to these leaks only added fuel to the fire. He publicly demanded accountability and transparency, refusing to let the narrative be controlled by silence or manipulation. Each statement he made became headline news, shared and dissected thousands of times across social media. Fans rallied behind him, expressing anger at Rada and support for Nadia, while others cautioned against jumping to conclusions. The clash of opinions, emotions, and speculation created a multi-layered drama that kept everyone glued to the story, waiting for the next reveal. Meanwhile, the tension between public perception and private reality reached its peak. While fans speculated endlessly online, those involved were reportedly navigating a maze of emotions behind closed doors. Michael's outrage, Nadia's heartbreak, and Rada's silence combined to create a volatile situation that could explode in any direction. Every day seemed to bring new leaks, new interpretations, and new conflicts. The social media storm amplified every detail, and every tiny update sparked waves of comments, arguments, and theories. The story was evolving in real time, and the unpredictability made it impossible for fans to look away. By this point, the scandal had transformed into a saga of betrayal, emotion, and suspense that felt cinematic in scope. Michael's fury, Nadia's vulnerability, and Rada's mysterious silence created a tension that seemed unresolvable, at least for now. Each new leak or post was like another twist in an ongoing thriller, keeping viewers invested and desperate for answers. The emotional intensity was matched by the suspense, making this one of the most talked about stories in recent memory. Fans were not just following a celebrity drama, they were part of it, engaging with every revelation, theorizing about hidden motives, and reacting emotionally to every new development. As part 3 comes to a close, one thing is clear: the story is far from over. Michael's anger is relentless, Nadia's pain is still raw, and Rada's motives remain shrouded in mystery. The suspense, speculation, and emotional intensity have only grown, setting the stage for even more shocking developments. Viewers are left on edge, waiting for the next revelation, and wondering how this dramatic saga will ultimately unfold. The twists, betrayals, and secrets promise that the story will continue to grip the industry, the fans, and the media for days, weeks, and possibly months to come. Now it's time to hear from you, because this story isn't just about Michael, Nadia, or Rada. It's about what the fans think, feel, and believe. The question everyone is asking: was Rada's action a deliberate betrayal, or is there a side of the story that hasn't been revealed yet? And where does Michael's outrage stand in all of this? Is it justified, or is he overreacting to a situation that might be more complicated than it seems? These are questions that don't have easy answers, and that's why we need your voice. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We want to know what you think. Did Rada cross the line, or is this all a misunderstanding blown out of proportion? Do you stand with Michael in his anger, or do you empathize with Rada's silence and Nadia's heartbreak? Your opinion matters, and your insight could add a whole new perspective to this ongoing scandal. And don't forget to like this video if you're as shocked as we are, because this story isn't slowing down anytime soon. Share it with your friends who love celebrity gossip, because everyone needs to know the details of this intense, emotional, and shocking drama. Finally, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you won't miss any updates. This saga is far from over, and the next chapter promises even more twists, emotional turns, and shocking revelations. Stay tuned, stay engaged, and stay ready, because the truth behind this scandal is still unfolding, and you won't want to miss a single moment. Your reactions, your opinions, and your discussions are part of this story now, and we can't wait to see what you have to say.